Hello, hello, welcome, and thank you for being here. Today, I have an amazing guest, and as you know, the Soul Purpose Leaders, it's all to do with leaders who are actually doing amazing thing out there, who knows how life experience and what they've gone through themselves, but they didn't just dwell on it, they didn't just stay there, they actually do something about it. So, and this is why coming here and sharing with every one of you, it to inspire, to motivate, to influence, and to share with you that you can be and you can do whatever that you need to do to get your life in the best place you want to be. So, I'm excited. I don't know about you, but I'm excited to have this amazing guest. And today's guest is from Nairobi. Guess what? Yes, it's Africa. And her name is Phibbian. Also, her middle name is Riziki, or known by Riziki Muthama. She's a trained journalist, actress, and a voiceover artist. And now emerged to be a published, well, she's already published, so it's not emerging anymore. And she's also a published editor and a writer in Swahili language. Yes, if you want to learn Swahili, this is the lady to talk to. Today, um, I'm just excited. And I want her to tell you who she is and what she can do and what she's doing already. So I would like to invite Phibbian, Riziki, please join us.
Thank you so much. I don't know how to pronounce your name.
Don't worry, just
Bacchus?
call me B. Just call me B. Simple
Oh,
as that.
B, not Barke Faraj.
If you can do it, let's make it happen. Yes, if you can say Barke Faraj or Barke or B, that's all cool.
I want to say it as Barke Faraj Kamoz.
Woohoo!
Thank you so much for inviting me. We are live from London.
Yes, you are. And how are you?
Oh,
How are you feeling?
um, I'm so excited. I'm so happy. I feel so privileged actually to be on this platform today. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. It's been long overdue, I would say. And
Absolutely.
I'm just excited because as a woman, okay, I'm passionate about women, I know, but
Oh,
I
I know.
I love to see women who
Uh,
are doing great things out there in the world. And you're
mhm.
one of them. And I would love to know who is Phibbian Riziki Muthama. Please teach, acknowledge us to tell us who this person is.
Wow. Um, Crazy. How do I begin? Phibbian Riziki Muthama is a young girl from Kenya who was born in a native place called Ukambani, that is eastern part of Kenya. And then she grew up in the capital city, Nairobi, up to the university. She studied here in Nairobi, and now she's a writer. But before then, um, she studied journalism in campus, and after that, she went into the film, being an actress. And we had choices and chances. I got into the film through a chance, and I would say if it were for a choice, I would go for journalism. But I found myself in the film industry, whereby I've been being an actor and a voiceover artist, specifically Kiswahili language. I went to the film in 2014, yeah, till to date. And through that, I've been writing poetry in English since I was a young girl in primary school. And when I was in campus is when now I started doing Swahili poetry. So passionately, it grew me up to going to conferences, meeting bigger people in Swahili, professors, scholars, and that's what grew me to who I am today. And I can proudly say that I'm a published writer and an editor in Kiswahili. And I think we're talking about that today. Yeah. So that's
Well,
Phibbian. She's an actress. She's a voiceover artist. She is a writer, and yeah. Apart from that, she likes traveling. Maybe I'll travel to London. Who knows? One day. We say we dream big and we work towards that. Someday, so soon, I'm gonna join you, Barke.
well, I would love you to come here and to see London and experience this amazing what we've got. Okay, there's possibilities, endless possibility. That's the way I call it. But
Yes, because they say Nairobi city, it's like copy paste of London. Yeah, growing
really,
bigger. Yes.
well, I
Yeah.
was I was born in Kenya, and I was born in Mombasa. So I haven't been in Nairobi. So I cannot wait to visit Nairobi. So that will be my number one time to just like, yes, I'm in this country.
Wow, you are Kenyan? You're
Yeah,
kidding.
no,
I didn't know this. What? Okay,
yes.
welcome back. Welcome back home. We have amazing skyscrapers, beautiful people like I am. We love visitors. We are easy. This country, I love this country. But I'm
That's
gonna
great.
join you soon, hopefully.
Yes, please do. Please do. Now,
Mm.
I would like to know more about your childhood. How was it for you when growing up as a woman and wanting to actually go into acting and going to journalism, going into this must be kind of a challenge in that time, isn't it?
Oh, sure. We cannot, in life, when you want to grow and when you want to go further, you must accept challenges. Challenges, I would say, they are elements to push you forward. If you're not trying that, then you've not failed. Then you don't know what you're doing in life. You don't have a goal. When I was a young girl, I really did have a very low self-esteem. I would say that. I never used to believe in myself. Um, I really did have a very low self-esteem. I never wanted to speak out my issues, but then I've been struggling through that. Reading a lot, mingling around, and also through studies, through counseling, I've come to accept who I am and accept the mistakes that I've been doing. And I did when I was a young girl, because not believing in yourself really leave you a very negative impact. And for you to come out of that cocoon, it takes a lot of energy. And sometimes you don't get out of that if you don't have the good environment, the positive vibes, the good friends with you around, and also believing in you. It starts within from you. So that is what Phibbian was back then. But through the life, because there was a lot of backstabs, challenges at home, challenges in school, challenges in my environment, all over. It was just all over. But one day I just sat down, and especially when I finished high school, I just wanted to become this person, but I couldn't, because maybe I didn't have the chance to. I didn't even have a choice. There was no option. So I just said I want to push forward without even knowing what I am going to do, what I'm becoming. I remember is it 14 years back, after high school, I didn't have a clear vision of myself. I didn't know, because now my dream had been shut down. Sometimes because I wanted to get a grade whereby I would study something else, not journalism. But then I just sat down and I spoke to myself, and I was like, Phibbian, what do you want to become? Do you have the chance? Who will give you that opportunity to become what you want to become? How will you deal with it? Do you have what it takes to? I want to tell you, Barke, I had nothing. But after that, I said, well, I got to do what I got to do. Then back then, I went to basketball. I used to play basketball for Kenya for quite some 4 years,
Wow.
and then it was doing so well for me. That is before I joined campus, because actually I didn't know which course to choose,
Mm.
because my dream had been shut down because I dropped in my grade. You know, when you're a young girl, you want to become a surgeon and you don't get a B, which is needed for you in campus. Then you're like, oh, what do I study now? I don't want to become a nurse. I don't want to become what do you call? I don't want to study hospitality. My grades are not for that. My value is not for that. I'm not worth that. That is so less than me. Yeah, you're shutting the doors for you.
Mhm.
Sometimes you do. The power is within you, but you do not realize until when it tucks and stabs you well properly. That is when you wake up and you know what, you move forward. um Back to basketball, I did that, and after some times I was like, oh, this is not paying me the way I wanted. This is not the kind of life that I wanted. I'm not trying to say that basketball did not, it was not doing well. It was. But for me, it was not giving me the chances that I ever wanted to explore the world, to earn a living through it, and do it with passion. You know, it is very, very nice when you're working, when you have a job that is you do love, because you work with passion, not because of the what you're earning from there, but you passion is what takes you to do things that you do in life. So I quit. Then I asked myself, do I go back to the TV? Do I go to the TV? Do I go to the radio? Or what do I do? Then we sometimes our potential are seen by people around us. So just someone saw that I can be good in film. And that's how I started, just like that. I just woke up one day and I went to set and we started shooting. My first series that time was it was called How to Find a Husband. I hope it is there on YouTube. Then I find these amazing, talented actors in Kenya.
Wow.
Talk about Liz Jagger, talk about Sarah Hassan, talk about Mombi, where we did act with her another film last year called Nafsi. You're gonna see it on YouTube. Maybe soon it's gonna come on Netflix, where I featured as a nurse. Yeah, the things that I never wanted to do as a career. Apparently, I was doing them in the film, and that time it is my first time on set. I'm looking at these people. Like I'm so stuck. I'm wondering. I'm seeing big cameras, people being done makeup, people being beautiful, still going with my low self-esteem. I never believed in myself. And all through people used to tell me, you can do this. And they're like, the inner voice is telling me, do you think you can do that? Do you think you can do that? Then one day I realized, if I am not going to do it, who will? To a point, I did that film I was an extra. An extra is someone who goes to set and they don't have lines to talk. They just mime just to be seen that they are talking. I'm telling you, zero is so valueless until it's added three zeros to make 1,000. Ooh, the journey it was tough, and life is tough. Let
But that's
nobody lie to you.
that is when a lot of us as a human being we experience those things. And what you just said there, in a way, like knowing that is not job for me. That is not
Hmm.
what I want to do. And
Hmm.
you continue to actually show yourself that no, I want to do this. You've gone through acting, you've gone through basketball, you've gone through all of these things for you to know who you are. But then in doing that, how are you becoming in yourself?
How did I become myself? After that, I was in a verge of giving up. But now, if I give up, I was asking myself, if I give up, which path do I follow? I Journalism didn't fit in there. I've been in the film. Then where do I go? Where will she be? And how will he be? And I reflect back in primary school. I used to say, I want to become this. In high school, I want to become this. Now here I am. When the reality hits you, it becomes mandatory to do something, however small, however big, with whichever tools, but you have to do it because you ought to do it. So I gave up and I went back home because I was staying with mommy and daddy. So I was not paying rent. I was just okay. But I was like, this thing, I don't want to stay idle. I never went, especially for a girl child, an African girl child. You don't stay idle. So like this man who told me, I want you to come to auditions. Then I was like, ooh, me? Then I lied to them. I am busy. And I was just busy sleeping. The second time he calls me, I am busy. The third time, I'm in an interview, but I'm coming. Then he told me, surprisingly, I'm going to wait for you. What time do you think you're going to be here? I said, at 2. Then I was like, wow, it's 11. Then I was just asking myself, Phoebe, do you think you can make it? Are you going to go to this audition? Then I said, yes. Sometimes listen to that inner voice. Listen to it. Just be keen. And I went. And at the door, he said, this is exactly what I wanted. And I was like, wow, with no experience, just
Wow.
being an actor, just seeing people. And then I said, that moment is when I said, Phoebe, you don't have to give up. You have to do it. Just use whatever that you have. And in this particular time, it is just my body, my face, my voice. Deliver. Then he told me, do you think you can deliver amongst these big actors? And I said, that is what I was born for. That is what I was born for. And I was like, mm-hmm. Now you've said that is what you're born for. Can you really? Then I said, you know what? Let's pray. Let us give our best. So I was given the script. It was a movie I was going to enact. I was given the script. I was not even given the script. I was just told the synopsis of it. And I went home and I looked myself in the mirror and asked myself, give me 10 different facial expressions. And I did. And I said to myself, not, you're not giving yourself enough. Do it to the extreme. If you're going to be mad, be mad. If you're going to be happy, laugh until they see my last molar. You don't have to be in that comfort zone. You just stretch yourself beyond. Sometimes stretching yourself beyond without knowing where you're going, that is when you got to believe yourself. That is when people invest in you. And I did the movie and I said, from now on, I want to be in the film industry. That's how I became.
Wow, 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 wow.
And
That's
Barke, it
amazing.
doesn't stop there. It doesn't stop there
Of
because
course
after
not.
that movie, remember, I am not known. Remember, this
Yes.
is someone who doesn't know me. I don't know where they got my contact, but I was like, let me do it. And then I went to auditions a million times. Sometimes I am going home from audition and I'm like, I didn't do my best. Sometimes I did my best. Why did they not choose me? Why did they not even write me a regret email? What is wrong with people? Why can they not? There's something called effective communication.
Yeah.
The journey has not been easy, my dear.
But that is
But regardless, we'll push forward.
exactly. But that is what a lot of people who are experiencing or who are interested in going into acting, it's
Yeah.
they say is not a kind of like a safe job because one minute, yes, you can grant, an opportunity can come and you are on top of the world. Another minute is like gone quiet. So tell us about that kind of side of work that you do, because if someone out there is actually listening right now and they are potentially thinking of becoming an actor or actress, and what is the journey for them, what they actually going to be thinking, well, maybe rethinking.
Whew, that's a very interesting question. Thank you for that. Where do I begin? Well, everybody outside sees filmmakers or actors being a very big persons, and they want to reflect on them, on their lives on screen, and they want to become like them, which is a very good thing. When I was in primary school, I started Think Big of Ben Carson, and I studied a lot of science books, and that's the laws of nature. And back then, I wanted to become a microbiologist. I never knew I would come, I would become an actor. So funny. I never believed in that line. But life shapes you in a way that they want. You know, Barke, in life you have goals, you have wishes, you have hopes, but life itself has patterns. So it is upon you to be flexible enough, because when things don't go your way, there's no looking back. There's no like, why why is it happening to me? Why am I not getting this one? Who else do you want them to get that failure? You have to work upon it. So you push forward, because giving up is forbidden. Giving up is forbidden. You don't do that. Actually, I don't know why that term is in our dictionary, because when you do that, no one will ever raise you up than yourself. People will tell you many things, but you choose what to become and you work upon that. So, someone who wants to become an actor, do you really want it? Do you really want it? Or should I say it, do you need to be an actor? Because in this film industry, and especially when we have these careers whereby there's no salary, we only receive appreciations and allowances. We call it intellectual properties. It is so intangible. Sometimes we just have rate cards, and that goes in accordance with your talent, with your fame, and with your experience. You want to become an actor? Do you really? If a writer wants to become a good writer, they say, read books, read what your people have written, do research. In film industry, I would say, look for monologues, do them. Mm? Look, my best character is Henson Taraji, Cookie in the series Empire.
Yeah.
If you want to be like her, not being like her like the way she does, but if you want to be have that personality when she's on screen, look for her monologues. Do it just at home. Make the mirror be your judge. Do it. Do it on your phone. Go to the auditions. Be persistent. Go and go and go. I went until I was almost giving up, but I didn't give up. Every day I was like, me, by the way, I'm not going tomorrow. I'm just giving up. I'm going there, making a line. No one knows me. I do. Sometimes I freak out. I have this camera fright. I fumble. There are those things. But when you go home, you don't settle there. You don't settle at your comfort zone at all. You have to look for other venues. I didn't do it to my best. They've not chosen me. What do I do next? You go, you become persistent. You go. And something that I would like to tell you, do it with passion. Don't you ever imagine that an actor is getting a lot of money, so I want to become an actor. Have you known and read her or his journey to becoming one? Are you ready to pass through that path? Do you have an interest within yourself? Can you work with passion? Because this work, you surrender your life, the normal routine, because there is waking up early, there's running through the script, there's getting the not cramming the script, there's getting what you got to do, and there's you who going to deliver for all over, for that image to be seen on screen. Can you do that? If you can't, this is not for you.
This is amazing. I thank you for answering the question, because I believe it takes a lot of courage, and
Yeah.
it takes a lot of motivation, self motivation. And you touched upon yourself in finding yourself and see what you want for yourself, and nearly giving up acting, but you came back. So tell us the moment you break through, the people started recognize your work. People started remembering your name. You coming out, showing up to people, and every time you walk on the street, someone acknowledges you for your for who you are as an actor, but also who you are as a woman. So tell us, what was that breakthrough for you?
Well, I after that, actually, that was in 2015. Things were working good, better. I was getting opportunities, but not being a superstar. I was still growing. It was like a step by step. By, I was inclining, and I was happy about it. But then there was this time that TVs went to digital, and then some of productions went down and locked, and the transition was not easy, and there were filmmakers who were coming up whom I did not even know, and they didn't even know me. So that is when I said, you know what, let me take a break and see whether I can do something else. And that is when I realized that my voice can give me money. Yeah. And I went to work on my voice, and I became a voiceover artist. I have done advertisements and features and documentaries, but particularly in Swahili, because then I thought, sometimes in every opportunity, there's always a crowd. And what do you do to outstand the crowd? You find your corner. And I did that when I was on campus. When I did journalism, I was more specific in Swahili, because I knew everybody in Kenya, especially when it's come to journalism, they do English. And I wanted to find my corner. And I said, Swahili is a beautiful language and I know it. Why can't I just treasure it in doing my thing? And just like I said, people around you, they see your potential even before you. Someone told me, go and try some audition in vernacular, in my native language. And I went there. I couldn't speak my native language back then. After that, I gave myself a challenge to buy books and read them. Yeah. So I went and told the producer, hi, Mr. Producer. I remember the producer was Karaoke Thige. Big up where you are. So I told him, after we did the audition, I just went and told him, can I try this in Kiswahili? And he said, yes, you can try, but there's someone who's coming to do it. And I just did one take, and he was like, wow. And I was like, yeah, you know what, Phoebe, this is it. And it came like after that, someone had that voice on radio and they called me. And that is how I started doing videos. Back to the corner of the crowd. I If I say I didn't give up, I'll be lying. Yes, I did, but I did doing something else, because I realized it could not be my path. Even if I'm doing it with passion, people are doing it and they're coming up, but I'm not coming up. Which part? which corner, which organ that I'm not doing it perfectly. But I said, before I do that, let me do something else. And I went to do the videos. And that time I also tried do writing. It was just recently. So I came back in 2020 where I was doing it was a series in our local TV, but something called Corona came
Mm.
and it stopped just as it started. And I was like, ooh, I thought I had come back. What's wrong? But I'm happy through that year. I did a lot of I featured in some Tanzanian talk shows. I do Swahili Tanzania, but I am Kenyan. Don't you worry. I
Be
found my
careful now.
corner. I found my corner.
People might think you're leaving Kenya, yeah? You're going to Tanzania.
Yeah. So yeah, I've been doing advertisements for radio in Tanzanian Swahili dialect.
Wow.
And I've been like, wow, I can do more than I thought I would do. So sometimes you just push yourself. If someone tells you you can, that's why I listen to people. They say you can do it. Your fortune is in Tanzania. No, because you don't speak like Kenyan. I'm like, so that is what you think. Okay, let me try.
Okay,
Then
we
I
want to
tried.
hear this. Okay, we want to hear this because we want to know if it is true or not. So, do you have something to keep us into to for us to hear, for us to know and acknowledge? Are you really? Eh? Come on, we want to know. Come on, tell us, please. If you have one of your poem to share with us in Swahili,
Oh
and
my
we can make
goodness.
our own judgment, then please do so.
Allow me to do that at the end of this. You will give me like 2 minutes to do it, right?
Yes, yes, we will, of
But
course.
yeah. So we will do it. I don't know because people love poetry. I think I'll do it in but Swahili. I
Of
do have
course.
English poems, but I love Swahili.
Well,
You have
like
to
you
love your
said,
own.
that is your corner. Okay,
That's
so we
my
have to be
corner.
proud of that corner. And the whole point of Swahili, so Swahili is an old language that a lot of people starting to know and understand. So yes, please, we can't wait to hear that. So I am so grateful for that. So yes, so continue. Tell us about your. So after Corona hits, now
Yeah, after
everything
Corona, yes,
has come
sorry.
back.
After
What's happened?
now Corona hit, then the series stopped. But then I was doing Tanzanian talk shows during the pandemic here in
Okay.
Kenya. So I think that was a good chance. I wouldn't say a lucky chance
Mhm.
because I found my corner. So, so I did that. I did that, and that's when again I featured also in the movie Nafsi.
Mhm.
And I also because of my voice I do something we call dubbing
What's that?
transcription. Dubbing is we call it dubbing. That's when have you ever heard or rather watched these Indian movies and then they speak in Swahili?
No,
Ever
I
seen
haven't.
Search?
Oh, yes. It's like translator comes like someone else's voice comes after they what they're talking. Yeah. So yeah, I get it. Yes.
You see, this is a Chinese movie. That guy is Chinese,
Mm.
but they're speaking in Swahili. He's
Yes.
not the one speaking Swahili. We are because we found our corner.
Okay.
So
Interesting.
yeah, so
So you don't
I
speak Chinese, yeah? Just checking.
no. What happens? There's someone who's a translator. I'm a translator as well. I'm a
Hmm.
freelance translator, English to Kiswahili. Ooh, I'm loving this language. Yeah. So
Well, I will
so
learn from you because I was terrible in school in my Swahili. So
and
yeah.
you were born in Mombasa. Ooh,
Um,
come on. But yeah, I am. Mm. Trouble not. because here I am. You found your solution.
Thank
Anytime you can
you.
reach out. I'm going to have online classes. I'm gonna share with you my schedule, and then we'll start from there. Okay.
Why not?
So yeah. So dubbing, I do. There's a translator, of course. Then you have your script there, and you watch that person lip sync.
Yeah.
We are imitators, very good imitators. So when they are speaking English, you do Swahili. There is one I have featured. I did 5 characters in one telenovela. It
Wow.
was a French telenovela, but it was translated in English. It's called The First Lady. If you're gonna look it, it's your First Lady.
Hmm.
First Lady, I did 5 good characters there in dubbing Swahili. I did this voice, the voice that I'm talking to you right now, and then I did another a journalism voice for another journalist. Then I had this classy voice for
Ooh,
Madam President.
that's amazing. I love that.
Yeah. And then of course I did a voice of a young lady. I do have that sexy voice down for young ladies. Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
I do have.
please, you
So
can
I did
just share
that.
with us right now.
Yeah, this young lady, it was all easy because this young lady, she's just finished school, so she's trying to look for love. So you know how you speak with that sexy voice. You're seeing your boyfriend, and all of a sudden you don't know what to talk to them, but you want them being around you. You know, you have that voice. Eh? Now you get.
Well, for some of us, we have to practice, so we are old on that. So you can teach us a few tricks, okay?
Then lastly, I did a voice of a house manager, a very old house manager. Yeah, I would speak like Barke mheshimiwa amesema usije leo bila, you know, and that is actually what I do for a living. I do everything with passion. So my
Beautiful.
passion is my life. What have I even said? Yes, that one. So that is how I came through to the film industry. And I wouldn't say that I'm known. No, no, no. I wouldn't settle for that because I'm not in actual sense. And also I got an opportunity right now. We having a mini teen drama called Pa Kiswahili as well. Born to Fly, it means Born to Fly by these Sky Girls. It's on YouTube. It's called Pa, where I featured as a school's principal. Am I that tough?
Ooh,
Uh, Not
technically,
really.
yeah, same thing, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So that is currently what I have been doing, and also some parts of books translations.
Wow, that's amazing. So that's what you've been doing at the moment. Now, I want to know what is the vision? What is coming? What is that you actually put it on your wall and you're ready to share to the world? Or are you ready to share to the world?
I don't know. Okay, well, listen. One day my mama told me, one day my mama told me that lazy people wake up so late.
Mhm.
These big people, and I would really give a good example, which is likely to be known to everybody. Every politicians wakes up early before at dawn or even before that time, and they have money. If you one day wake up very early, let's say at 4 a.m., like every actor, we wake up that time, you will find big, hot, cool cars on the road.
Ooh.
We talk of the
Where?
Porsche, talk about the V8.
Where
But
is,
when
where
it's
is that? I want to go and have a look at this.
in Kenya, I'm telling you, we are the photocopy of London. You don't believe
Okay.
that?
I'm coming.
Yeah,
I'm coming.
you better come. You better come and see it for yourself. We have these magnificent roads. Hey, we are bragging.
Ooh.
But anyway, back to myself. So she told me that, and then when it gets clearer, when the sun starts rising up, you see the middle class cars, you see the RAV4s, you see the Subarus. You see what else? You see these old pajeros. But at 7 a.m., when everybody is crowded, the cars, the PSVs are hooting at stage, there you go. There is when the common mwananchi is going to work. You want to level yourself at that, you wake up at that time. If you want to raise beyond you, you wake up early. And in every situation, whether you're not married, whether you're just a girl is the one who finds the future of the family. So every time I wake up, I wouldn't say that I wake up very early every day. Nah, I'm lying. I'm a nocturnal person. I work at night, the best part of me. Many times when everybody is asleep and they are busy dreaming about the dream. Me, I'm just working on that dream at night. Cool. So I've been trying to work on that, and I'll tell people when you fail or when you don't believe in yourself or when something makes you fall back, don't start regretting, because when you start regretting, you also wasting time. You're also trying to find out. Now you create your own enemies. He's the one who's made me to fail. He's the one who's wasted my time. Where were you? Everybody was created with their own brains, with their own capabilities. So you have to push. That is where I said you wake up in the morning, you look yourself at the mirror, you want to say, what do I want to become? Yeah. And sometimes you have that timetable. Yes. Even if you left school long time ago, you can have it on the wall of your bedroom or on your phone. But sometimes I would say in the bedroom, just right at the corner where you have your lampstand, because that is the first thing because at that time you're looking at your phone, you want to see who called the alarm has woken you up. That is when you say, I have some scriptures to read, today I have meeting with someone. Those are schedules that you've made for yourself, but what do you have that you have to do extra than yesterday for yourself? It doesn't matter whether it's going to plant some seeds, whether it's going to play more, whether it's going to do a lot of workouts today, whether it is doing better of yourself, you have to do an extra thing. You just have to, because you got no choice to look for the setbacks.
I love that.
So the vision here is what you want, what you're seeing. If today I look at Maya Angelou, she lived at her best. I would say that. Maybe she didn't see that she was living at her best, but she was happy. Within and for the many speeches and poetry she used to write, she was happy.
Mm.
Look at the Oprah Winfrey. Look at the Barke. She's happy here, smiling. So you have to do, when you want that life there, work it for yourself. One thing that I would like to say, vision, as a girl, I call myself a girl because I am. You want to tend to believe that this is not working for me, this work is not good enough for me, I want to resign. I'd rather get someone who has money, because I want to be riding a V8, because I want to live in that apartment where we have jacuzzis all over and swimming pool, because you've been raised in a ghetto. So that is that is the biggest lie of your life. Even that person you're calling a man was once a baby, was given the same brain you are given. And if that guy has worked through that to get what that you're admiring, you also can do it. You don't go there and become a baggage. You have to show your value. Yes? You have to show your value as a girl. You have to work. Like especially in Kenya or in Africa, I don't know, in abroad, I don't know. Whatever a man can do, should I say a woman can do it better? No. Whatever opportunity a man has gotten, maybe they have tried once. A woman will try for that chance a million times for people to believe. And she'll be mocked. even by the fellow women and the men, even the closest men, even your spouse. Are you ready to rise within the thorns? What happens when, when the path has been smeared with a hot charcoal? How will you step when you're going to look for your destiny? You have to be clever enough to know, because we know challenges are there in life. You've passed through a lot of challenges for you just to let this chance go. You have to work it upon yourself. The vision is look forward. Look forward. Look beyond your poke nose. Just look beyond and see. Just like every other morning you wake up, I don't know, you look at the sea. Sometimes when I go to Mombasa, I just go to the shores and I'm like, this is an ending waters, and say the life is like that. My feelings, my thoughts, they are never ending. But I want to focus on one, because if you focus to every other thing, like would I have focused on basketball, on film, on journalism, on right, everything? There are some people who can do that, but you need to have the right motive. You have to focus on this for you to succeed, because at times it depends on what you term as success. Before you go to that, you have to write. Actually, you write it down. I want to become a Swahili teacher. Where do we start? You do the research. Not only the research, you go to class, you go to mingle with those teachers who've been teaching Swahili, and then you find your corner. How do you find your corner? Being early enough before time, dressing well, speaking eloquently. You have to find your corner, because comfort zone is so crowded. You have to find your path. That is your vision. I think I'm done.
I love that. I love it, love it, love it, because you touched places that a lot of us as women, sometimes we get misinformed when we're growing up. We're not told of the truth. And sometimes our parents can overprotect us, and the culture can come in between, and religion can come in between as well. Now,
Oh, yeah.
and this is why, for me to be able to stand here and speak about this, because I went through that myself.
Oh,
Now, when I was living in Kenya, there was not kind of a restriction for women or girls to actually go and study and then go and work. There was not a lot of restriction on that. But in
mm,
when I went to live in Tanzania and Zanzibar, there is a lot of restriction, because they don't do that. Women at that time when I was growing up don't do that. So the culture itself was like, no, you do wait for you to get married. Yes, to that man who has everything, work so hard, and you get it for free, because you're there, you're going to have many children with that person, and that is the life for you. Now, life is not like that, because these days things change. Okay, there's divorce, there's a man can have many women's and wives, sorry. And so end of the day, you have nothing, because you didn't do anything. So when you come to that man's house, and they will, yes, he will look after you, but then the time comes, what is that for you? What is that? Now, for me, I didn't live in Africa for very long. I came to London in 2000. I was 16 years old, and I was married. It was an arranged marriage. I got married, and I came here. And straight away, I had my children. But then living in a life that I was a bit kind of like, okay, is this it as a woman? This is it? I'm done? Having children, that's it? You're done as a woman? No, there must be something more than that. Now, for me, I would say, and when I came to Tanzania to actually speak with young girls, youths, because I want to share my story in a way that to empower them so they can be able to do better in their lives. So I made a mistakes, or I've collected all these experience for them to, like example, the way we're doing right now with your life. You've collected all these experience, and someone else is listening out there that might learn for them to give them that shortcut, so they don't have to experience what you've experienced. You can actually have that shortcut. So for me, it got to a time like I was like, okay, this man is abusive, this man is not for me, I have to live my life for myself. And I was going through that. I didn't even tell my own family, so they didn't even know what was going on in my marriage. But then at the same time, where am I going back to? Do you understand? Because I can't go back. I'm not a teenager anymore. I'm a grown woman. I've got two children that I need to look after. So what can I do? You have to get up. You have to look after yourself. You have to think about what is that you want for in life. And what do you have? What opportunities do you have? What do you bring on the table? Exactly that. What do you have for you to show up, but for you to grow up and do something about it? Now, as a middle aged woman, I would say, and I'm proud of my process, but at the same time, is this it again? Because you have to really understand, yes, a man who is working hard, who has the house, who has the car, and has money in the account, and they work hard, and they know how hard they work. For me, that's a bonus, because that you look at that person and you're kind of like, let's do it together. Not you do it for me, you work for me. No, it doesn't work like that. So in this, what you're saying, it actually opens up, especially for our traditions in Africa. I would say everywhere in the world. Okay, it's happening. Because when I was talking about my story, and a lot of people that, yeah, in my country too, it's happening. So it's everywhere, it's happening. We need to talk about this. As a woman, we've been told, no, 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 women don't do that. Women don't say that. Women don't question that. Oh my God, you cannot do that. So we need to break that bias in a way that, and this is why I said from the beginning, like, I am so prone for women. I look forward when I see women who are on top, who are working hard, because they are the light for the young girls who are being born and who are growing up every single day. They need to look up to them. So I see you, I hear you, I feel the passion, I feel that vision that you have for yourself, and I love what you're doing. So I am proud to actually have you here, because we need to hear these stories. We need to understand them. Now, my question, one last question for today, is that have you written your own biography yet?
Barke. Wow, wow. That is amazing story. It's very inspiring. And whatever you pass through, we all have passed through. And I am so happy for you because you found your path. I am not trying to say marriage is bad. I'm not trying to say that sometimes you pass through that path and you I guess that is the where you get the strength, because maybe if you would not have passed that, you would not have become be your own hero. You wouldn't. You wouldn't. Maybe if I had no challenges, strong ones, setbacks, backstabbers, I would not have written anything.
Mm.
Yeah. But through that, actually, I thank God that we had the opportunity during the pandemic, because everybody was indoors. And I asked myself, because I told you, you do not settle at your comfort. You don't. Do something better. Even if it's washing utensils, do it better, with passion, with love. Do everything with love. And we are fortunate enough women, we do everything emotionally.
Mhm.
Yeah, you don't have to be apologetic for that, because that is what we are. So your journey has taught me something, that a woman, when you married, it doesn't mean that your life ends there. Sometimes for women, it ends there, especially when they get 1, 2 kids. It becomes a burden. They become confused, and they do not know even where to start. And if they know, they don't have the energy to. They don't have enough encouragement. But do you know what? When they say at the end of the tunnel, there's always a light. At the end of every hope, at the end of every wish, when you feel that your faith is gone, when you feel that all hopes are gone, just push. Hang on there. Do not drop. Like they say, when you're playing, let's say you're playing a game and someone pushes you so hard and fast, you fall down very fast. But what happens? You wake very fast. But when you slow down slowly, you also get slowly waking up. What does that tell you? Life misfortunes makes you fall down so fast, and that is the time you gather yourself and wake up like you did. At 16, I don't know what I was doing. At 16, I was just busy cramming books and trying to pass my exams. I had nothing else to do. I knew just I'll just become a microbiologist. I knew that I'll go to this university in Toronto, in Canada. And I just saw it on magazine because I loved reading magazine. That was my dream then. But I said life has got patterns. Are you flexible enough? Because sometimes whatever you dream doesn't come that way at particular that moment. But do you have to waste your time because it is not coming your side or your path? Do you um do you get sad? Do you have this warrior thing, like, why is it happening? I've tried enough times. Why is he leaving me? Why? You want to know why? Where will why take you to? You'll just get the answers, sometimes false answers, false truths, and whatnot. Sometimes in life you have facts and truths. Just keep forward. Don't look at that. It is already done. What will you do with that? What you have to do is recollect yourself, re energize yourself, look forward, remain focused, and push. And push. Because one thing I would say, I started writing because I was pushed many years. And I said, let me try this. People think I can. I never believed in myself, but I did. And it came out the best. Should I brag? No. I'll just say thank you for the opportunity. I am challenging whoever wants to do something. And mind you, if you think of something now, millions of people are thinking. They thought about it yesterday. So it is upon who will start. There's nothing new on earth. It is just changing the styles. Here, like today, I want to cook pilau. I want to cook pilau. No, I don't want to use goat meat. I want to use chicken. I want to use something else. The pilau will always be there. It is your style. You want to cook it with charcoal. You want to cook it with gas. It's upon you. So don't you ever think that is something that I'm innovating. It is here on earth. Someone did it millions years ago. Do it with another style. Find your corner. And as a woman, in every energy that is gotten, there must be a very big setback, challenge, flaws. But do not worry yourself. Don't mass yourself too much that you waste your time doing that all the time, crying day and night. Yes, there's time to cry. Cry it because we are created with eyes and tears to cry, to cleanse our eyes for that sake. So you have to cry. But when you're crying, just say through the tears, through the cries, just marvel in sobs. You know what, God, I just give me this one more chance. Give me this energy because I want to do this, because no one else will come to do. Everyone believes in me. What about myself? Okay, you don't have to believe in what society wants you to do, but you want to do it within yourself, to yourself, for your happiness, for your success, for your fulfillment, for your accomplishment. Hard times are there, bad associates are there, bad motives are there all the time. But do not concentrate on that. Do everything with passion, and things will work out.
Exactly, exactly. I love that because we need to understand the passion itself. We need to
Yeah.
understand our own strengths and weaknesses. We need to understand our
Mm-hmm.
feelings, our emotions, what comes with it. So the moral to this story is that we need to know who we are, and then we can be able to get what we want or what we need.
Exactly. Exactly.
So I am so excited, and I know we can go on forever, but we cannot. So please share with us your poem. And I've got great news because this is
Mm-hmm.
not the end. So do wait until the end, and we'll tell you what is going to be happening. But Phoebian,
Okay.
it's all on you now. Share with us.
Oh my goodness, Barke, you just got me in the okay, okay. Like you said, we have to find ourselves, find yourself, know your value, have faith, have focus, pray, work upon it. You get what you want in this life. Because this life is for all of us. These opportunities are for all of us. Find your corner, do it, believe in you. For people to believe in you, you also got to believe in you. And as Maya Angelou says, you ought to do it not because you are able to do it, but because you ought to do it. So here, I have a poem. I am not going to recite. I think I'm just going to read it through, right? So I have one called this is one of my poems I wrote many years ago. It's called Penzi. Kwa hiyo sasa turudi kwenye Kiswahili. Hili shairi linaitwa Penzi, nimelitunga mwaka 2014 na nitasoma hivi. Kila ni kuingiapo hauingiliki, mara na kunyapalia hunyapaliki, hata nikikubishia hujaribiki, homa imenizidia hapa nikaliki. Leo wanikubalia nakubalika, kesho wanigeuka nasononeka, kutwa wanizegazega nazegeleka, kumbe unanizengua nazengeluka. Penzi nikuite vipi uniitike, pendo linikubali vipi nikubalike, huba nijazilie kwepi nijazilike, tamu hadi nikinai nikinaike. Nani tanipenda mie niridhike, penzi lililo kweli nijionjee, kanywa nijitafunie nijishibie, moyo na ujitosheleke nitosheleke. Mbona mwaniandama mie mnyonge, huru taniacha lini nijitawale, kama ninavyotamani nijipanile, kweli pendo unipende nijipendele. Mambo kombo yanakwenda ulimwenguni, kombo yajipindapinda masharuzuni, yupi takayenipenda ewe mwendani, nivuke naye miwanda ya maishani. Asante.
Amazing, amazing, amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you so
Mhm.
much. And I hope she finds love for herself.
Yeah, that that boy it's a very great poet. She will find love for herself.
Yes.
Yeah, that poet. That
Yes,
poet.
I love
She's
that
Manenga
poem.
legend.
Please
Thank
send it to
you.
us, and then we can be able to share it if that's all right. And
Thank you.
I just want to say, Phibbian Muthama, thank you so much for this amazing, delightful day, and to give us your inspirational words. And your voice is your brand, your physical features is your brand. Everything about you is your brand. And I am so honored and grateful to have you in this platform. But the most important thing is that I would love to know more. I don't know about you guys if you're listening right now. So I would love to know more about her new book. Hey, we didn't talk about that. So if everyone out there is interested in that book, we are going to do is a podcast tomorrow. And within that podcast, it's going to be a live podcast. So it's going to be on Anchor. She will share with you with the link. But end of the day, I just want to say, Phibbian, thank you, my lovely. Thank you for being a good friend of mine and all this time. And I am so honored and I'm so grateful. What is your last words with us today?
Ooh, I would say I'm the one, I think, to say thank you, Barke, for being my friend and also my inspirational, should I say my idol? Thank you so much because I learn every day through your videos, through your talks. Everything is very okay. I want to sorry, we are in
It's
Kenya.
all right.
Sorry for that. Someone was just calling me. Sorry, they do not know I'm on air with the same gadget. Who? Anyway,
It's like time is up, girls. Come on.
sorry. So I would just say be yourself, do your best, pray, be focused, have a
Thank you
goal
so much.
on what you want to become, and that's it. That's it.
So say that again if you can. Someone was like, what happened? I didn't catch that.
Oh, I would say this is a repetition. I would just say know yourself, have a goal, work on it, on what you want to become, pray, be focused, do everything that you ought to do with passion.
Yes, 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 yes. Thank you. And for everyone else, we cannot wait to hear about her amazing book. And she's going to tell us all about it tomorrow at 4 my time. What time will be on your side?
I think it will be 6
Okay, 6 p.m. in Tanzania. Well, sorry, Nairobi time. And for everyone
East
else,
African time.
East African time. Thank you,
And
thank you,
I'll
thank you.
recite another poem tomorrow. Tomorrow.
Yes, I can't wait. So thank you
Hopefully.
so much. I wish you a lovely, lovely day, and I'm looking forward for tomorrow's talk. Take care, everybody.
Bye bye. Thank you. Thank you
Bye.
for everyone who's been watching us. Thank you.
Thank
Let's
you.
meet tomorrow. Okay.
Yes, let's meet tomorrow.